Hello, my best friends, guys and ladies. Greetings. You, only you, welcome back. In these broadcastings, we're gonna discuss about important topic. I introduce this topic whose name is Wisdom is needed to live. Intelligence, smart, intellectual, talent, art, cinema with wisdom. It's awesome. Others are disciplines, understanding, and insight, and good judgment, etc. That's okay, let's begin because time is very important. We can face any challenge because we have the gift. Wisdom gives us everything we need to be fully competent and completely equipped for every good work. When we live by applying that, we become wiser than those who do the contrary. Foolishness is the opposite, often appeals to our fleshly desires. So we might find it difficult to resist pagan thinking. For good reasons, wisdom says, look out that no one takes you captive by means of the foolishness and anti-deceptions according to common inklings. We're going to examine the history of how the anti-deceptions, lies, and common ideas became popular. In each case, we're gonna see how the wisdom is superior or supreme, far superior to anything the world offers. The early part of the 20th century saw a big changes in people's viewpoint. The third decade of that century became known as the Roaring Twenties, and it was characterized by far-reaching social changes. Motion pictures, plays, songs, novels, advertisings all reflected the market for entertainment. Dancing styles became more suggestive, and clothing style became less modest. People would, to a remarkable degree, become lovers of pleasures. In the 1960s, issues such as forms of entertainment featured increasingly explicit depiction of sex. The bad effects of loose moral standards have been felt in many ways. The cause of broken families, single-parent families, and emotional wounds. The deregulation of sexual norms now shaping society. Not only this tarnishes the dignity of beautiful gift, wisdom stays otherwise. It dignifies us by teaching that we can choose to control improper impulses. And doing this, proper desires can be honorably satisfied. Wisdom promotes a healthy view of personality. It acknowledges that we can be a source of pleasure. Each one of you should know how to control his own body in holiness and honor. Don't sway by the anti-deceptions of those who had gone past all moral sense. They try to stick closely to high moral standards. A man or a woman should be chaste and pure in thought and in act, particularly with formation. Regardless of what was happening in the outside around them, people followed the superior wisdom to live. We are also thankful that God provides timely spiritual food to help us in order to resist adopting the foolishness. During the last days, people would become lovers of themselves. Not surprisingly, the authors have encouraged an inflated view of self. Some books urge readers should know and accept themselves and to celebrate who they are. In this case, an individual determines his own behavior based on his own conscience and the laws of his culture that work for him. Does that the idea sound familiar to you? Today many think so highly of themselves that their own opinion no one can tell them what is wrong and what is right. In contrast, those influenced by bad ideas, bad notions, promote different views, saying that each person should focus on his or her own needs. One reason is that those who develop and promote an inflated law of self reflect renegades on arrogance. Those with such an inflated view of their own importance confirm that the foolishness is negative. Fittingly, wisdom helps us to have a balanced view of ourselves. It acknowledges that a degree of self-love is proper, because that love your neighbor as yourself, which indicates that we should give reasonable amount of attention to our needs. We should elevate ourselves in normal state. Do nothing out of contentiousness or out of egotism, but with humility consider others like equal. Question for review. What have you observed? Are selfish people happy? Do they have happy families? Do they have genuine friends? Do they have a close friendship with our neighbors? From what you have said, which produces the best results for you? Follow the wisdom. People who follow the advice of those whom the world views as wise are like a tourist who asks a fellow tourist for direction when both of them are lost. Wise counsel has always proved to be beneficial for teaching, for reproving, for correcting, for discipline and righteousness. Wisdom gives us the strength we need to cling to the standard of living life. It reflects a keen understanding of human nature. We understand our thinking, feeling, and emotion. So much we do what we need in order to be happy. Through wisdom, we also know what pathway we should avoid. Using it, we can find the answer about matter, including the way to find the true happiness, how to settle dispute, how to resolve that problem, and how to have the proper view of material things. Likewise, words are just as powerful and practical today for everybody. The wisdom helps us to deal with family life, work habits, and relationship with others. These principles apply to our person, and its counsel is always much better for you, beneficial for you. The wisdom is summarized with these words. Wisdom is teaching you to benefit yourself. For some reasons, unlucky is clever, you know. But to enjoy life to the full, we need to learn wisdom. Having respect for the life includes having the right view of fellow humans. We need to root out of our heart any hatred for our fellow man, because hatred is the root cause most violence. What about showing respect for our own life? People normally don't want to die, but some risk death for the sake of pleasure. How so? For example, many use tobacco, chew betel nut, or take drugs for recreational purposes. Such substances harm the body and often kill the user. A person who makes it a practice to use these substances doesn't view life as sacred. We have to give up such practices, even though doing so might be very hard. If we have respect for life, we will keep in mind the need to be safety conscious. We will not be careless and will not take risk for pleasure or excitement. For instance, in harmony with these principles set out and the wisdoms, keep such things as stays in your home and good condition so that someone doesn't cheat, fall, and get badly hurt. If your own car, make sure that it is safe to drive. Don't let either your home or your car be in danger condition to you and to others. We go on progressing in wisdom. From wisdoms can say several things, but it doesn't treat to say words after words, but with actions, practice, and movement. During the life, it's necessary to take decisions and to know that they bring consequences for you. If the decisions are punctual, the consequence will be great. On the contrary, there is failure. No one learns failure. The goal isn't to avoid mistake, but learning from them. You don't have to be perfect to make a decisions, recognize your limitations, and never expect you should do more than you are able to do. Make sure that your desires and goals stand in the way of your complete combination. Ending the topic because the time is precious. Be perceptive. Have deductions and inductions. Combine one idea with other is still to form the thoughts, discernment, and good reason from your thinking ability. And then you will have success in your life. Okay, my friends, guys and ladies. In conclusion, as speaking about wisdom as needed to live, we've seen all these aspects, details, and facts. I hope you have liked this topic. Thank you for your attentions. Take care very much. Bye for now. God's willing.